Hey, welcome back. It's Jennifer Lee on KOMA, and with me, my favorite Friday segment is Noble McIntyre of McIntyre Law. It's an awesome 80s weekend, so you are in again. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, it's good to see you again.
Yes, good to see you again. You had a little shoulder issue before.
I did. Shoulder issue, and I have elbow, broke the elbow too, but now the elbow has an infection on it, so it's like, what's next? What's next? Got out of a vehicle thinking I'm going to keep my daughter from falling on the ice, only for me to fall on the ice, and hurt myself. I'm getting to the age where I need to be more careful.
Wow. We're going to have to get you a walker or
I'm
something.
going to get one of those Bubble Boy at Halloween. I'm just going to wrap in a big bubble. I'll just be Bubble Boy this year.
John Travolta.
Perfect. That's what I'll do.
The boy in the bubble.
That's what I'll
do. Chloe, who's filming this, has no idea what we're talking
She probably doesn't even know who John Travolta is.
Probably.
I actually do.
That's okay. Well, it is the 80s, so I thought we would talk about things, because I love the 80s, that we would circle in a catalog, Sears or JCPenney's, not even at Christmas, just any time of the year, that we would love for our parents to have gotten us.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like those mini Pac-Man video games, or Frogger. I wanted the Frogger one.
Frogger was great. We also had, that was back in the day, Star Wars, the lightsabers.
Oh, yeah.
Where you could play with your friends and you each have a lightsaber. My sisters did Wonder Woman, the little bracelets that would block bullets, so you could get some. And of course, the boombox. I mean, that was when that was coming out. And if you had one of those big boom boxes that take those size D batteries, you were something. You were big time. So I would circle that and wanted one of those.
How about a plush Ewok? I wanted 1983. I'm 6 years old. Yeah, we had a plush Ewok that I wanted.
I don't think I ever even saw that in the magazine. Wonder where it is now. Wonder what it's worth now.
Probably worth like $700.
Oh, a lot of those toys from back then are worth significantly more than what our parents would have paid for them.
Unless the fur's all matted, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you
crushed
my Ewok.
Yeah, so many good things. A VCR, we didn't get one till about 85. So we always circled, my brother and I always circled, hey, we want this. We want this.
I'm not sure. Back then, in those days, you had to rent one, because nobody could afford a VCR. So when you rented your movie, you would also rent a VCR for $6. And I don't remember when we first got ours, but I remember it was a big day.
Big day, and we rented The Man from Snowy River.
Why do you remember that?
Because I'm weird.
It's a strange memory. Yes. I remember when we got our first, back when I was growing up, the telephone was attached to the wall by a cord. And we got our first hands-free or wireless phone. So it sat on the cradle, but you could pick it up and walk around with it. And before then, you were limited on how far you could go for how long the cord was. So that was a big deal. We circled and we got one of those one Christmas.
That was uptown, right there.
Yep.
So many things. Gosh, I love remembering the 80s when you come in here. That's so awesome. One thing they didn't have in the 80s was social media. And I'm kind of glad that they didn't have that with me growing up and you growing up too. I don't even know what I would do if they had Facebook when I was in school.
It's tough on kids today because when we grew up, I was in a small town, the only people we compared ourselves to were our friends from our own town, and we were all pretty similar. Today, these kids see social media, and there's millions of people to compare yourself to, and they're struggling with that mentally. And then you've got where people can bully each other publicly on that platform. When I was growing up, if somebody wanted to say something unkind to somebody, they either tell them in person or somebody would say, so-and-so said this about you, and you could go discuss that. But it wouldn't just blow up everywhere. And today, it's just crazy. It's crazy how it is.
I don't know how kids do it, and especially now with everything out there and more pressures, like you said, these kids are bullied, and even not just kids, but grown-ups are bullied too.
Right.
Is there any way legally yet to kind of help yourself?
Well, there have been some claims where people have bullied people to the point where they've committed suicide. And the state has brought charges, depending on how bad it was, because there has been online bullying where people would actually say to the person, well, you should just kill yourself, or you should just go do something like this. And you're encouraging somebody to do something that can hurt themselves and bullying them in the process. You can be prosecuted. It's not a big part of what the criminal cases are today, but I think more and more as you see that type of behavior, you'll see more and more types of prosecution of things like that.
There was a case on Dateline. I watched it recently about a girl who had supposedly bullied a kid where he committed suicide. I think it was a national case too. I can't remember her name.
And so on one hand, why do kids do this to each other? But on the other hand, kids have been mean to each other since the beginning of time. It's just they have a more technological way of doing it now. I
know it's who's meaner, kids or grown-ups. I think kids are meaner sometimes.
Go to one of these Little League baseball games and watch the parents.
Right.
So parents lose their minds.
That's for sure. The same kids have the same parents, and they're both kind of mean.
Yep.
So just be kind to one another. That's all I ask,
You never know who needs that kind word that day. So you're right. Just always try to be kind.
That's right. All right. Well, thanks, Noble McIntyre. McIntyre Law, thank you. And help that your elbow gets better.
I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. It hurts, but it's not heart surgery hurt, so I'm doing okay.
Yeah, okay. Noble McIntyre, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
All right.